Hope this session should help you to gain an intuitive understanding of what is confusion matrix and how to interpret binary and multi-class classification related confusion matrix. What is confusion matrix? Confusion matrix is a tabular representation of actual versus predicted value. It is used to measure the predictive accuracy of the classification models. It will be used not only for logistic regression, but also it is used for other classification models such as support vector, machine random forest, gradient boosted decision tree, neural network, and so on. Please remember the confusion matrix is only used for classification task, and as such it cannot be used in regression models or any other non-classification models. There are two types of confusion matrix. One is two class confusion matrix and other one is multi-class confusion matrix. The two class confusion matrix is also called as binary class confusion matrix. In binary classification, the confusion matrix will be 2 cross 2 matrix, and in binary classification we usually have two classes often called positive or negative. Each row in a confusion matrix represents an actual value while each column represents a predicted class. Now let us look at this data set. It is a training data set and it is a cancer data set. Here the target column is predicted. Let's say predicted is cancer. The target column is cancer, and the predicted value for the corresponding column is this one. Here in the case of is cancer, the actual value column is cancer. You will find 1 and 0. We can see 1 and 0. The 1 is positive and 0 is negative. So positive means having cancer and 0 means not having cancer. If you look at the predicted column here for the first observation, the predicted value is 1 here and the actual value is also 1. So in this case the actual and predicted values are correct, same. When you look at the last observation here, you could see actually this person is a non-cancerous person. The model also correctly classified this person is not a cancer patient. But when you look at these two observations, there was some misclassification happened. The model messed up. If you look at this observation, the actual value for this observation is 0. That means this person is a non-cancer person. Actually is a non-cancer, but my model wrongly classified this person as a cancerous patient. And also, if you look at this observation, actually this person is a cancer patient, whereas my model wrongly predicted is a non-cancerous patient. And my model messed up here. Let's say you have 100,000 observations are there. It is quite challenging to understand how many number of observations were correctly classified as cancer patient, how many number of observations correctly classified as non-cancerous patient, and how many number of observations had misclassifications in it. So that's where the confusion matrix is very much handy in terms of gaining a quick insight instantly. How many number of correctly predicted the events are there, how many number of incorrectly predicted non-events are there. So in this case, since the target column has only two classes in it, the confusion matrix will have 2 cross 2 matrix. In this case, we could see the 2 cross 2 matrix. 2 cross 2 matrix. In the case of correctly classified observation, there are two types. One is true positive, other one is true negative. The wrongly classified or the misclassified, in the case of a misclassification, there are two types. One is false positive, other one is false negative. The false positive is also called as type 1 error, and false negative is called as type 2 error. Now let's work with a different data set. In this case, we are tasked to predict the spam emails. So when you look at this confusion matrix, it is pretty evident that 50 emails or 50 emails were spam emails that were correctly identified by the algorithm. Whereas if you look at this here, 80 emails were 80 emails that did not have spam messages that were correctly identified by the algorithm as ham. What is ham? It is nothing but non-spam email. There are 4 outcomes of binary classification. One is true positive. It is a correctly classified event. And the next one is true negative. It is correctly classified non-event. So event is nothing but the spam in this case. Non-event is non-spam. What is false positive? Incorrectly predicted as an event, and it is also called as type 1 error. And false negative is incorrectly predicted as a non-event. It is also called as a type 2 error. But in R and Python, the generated confusion matrix will look like this. You will find the actual values for the non-event in the first row, and in the second row you will find the positive event or the event of the actual values. Conventionally, we use the positive events in the first row. In the second row, we specify the non-event. But R and Python, in the case of R and Python generated confusion matrix, you will find the non-event will be in the first row and the event will be in the second row. So in R, we use a package called caret package. As part of caret, there is a function called confusion matrix. If you pass both the predicted as well as the actual value, the confusion matrix will be generated. And in Python, there is a method called confusion matrix that is available as part of sklearn.metrics. When you pass the actual value of your test data set and the predicted value of your test data set to the confusion matrix method, it will generate the confusion matrix. Sometimes instead of having the predicted here, it will be mentioned here and the actual will be here. Both the predicted and actual will be swapped. Even if you get the format of this kind of confusion matrix, still you should be able to interpret correctly. So you cannot expect always when you go for an interview, you cannot expect always the confusion matrix will be given in this format or in this format. Sometimes the format will be like this also. Still you should be able to interpret correctly. And in case of multi-class classification, the confusion matrix deals with multiple classes, that is more than 2 classes. Just like the 2-class confusion matrix, it describes the performance of a multi-class classification model. Let us assuming that our multi-class classification model that classifies images into cat, fish and hen. Since we have more than 2 classes, it is known as multi-class classification confusion matrix. Since we have 3 classes, it is a 3x3 matrix. If we have 4 classes, the confusion matrix will be a 4x4 matrix. Now let us try to understand how to interpret the values in the confusion matrix. It is quite challenging compared to interpreting the 2x2 matrix, the binary classification matrix, binary class confusion matrix. Okay, so when you look at this here, if you want to find out the false positive, how do you find out the false positive? So false positive for cat class we need to find out. So here in this case, this is the actual value. This row has the actual value for the cat and this is the predicted value for the cat. My model wrongly predicted positive for these 2 events, false positive, hence it is called false positive. Here my model wrongly predicted these 2 images are cat, whereas it is a non-cat images, hence it is a false positive. So in this case, other than this value, the rest of the 2 columns that needs to be added. The false positive for a particular class can be calculated by taking the sum of all the values in the column corresponding to that class except the true positive value. If you look at the diagonal, the green colored, the diagonal values, these are true positive for the respective classes. For example, in the case of fish, this is the true positive value. For in the case of hen, this is the true positive value. But here, wrongly, these two classes were given positive for the cat class. It says it is a cat, hence it is called as false positive. False positive is equivalent to adding these two values, you will get the false positive. Next, false negative. How to compute the false negative for a cat class? So this is the actual value. So in this case, this is a true positive, and here these two were false positive, already we discussed, and these two were false negative for cat class. The model wrongly classified these two events as negative. Actually, this is a cat. This row is meant for the actual values of the cat class labels, right? The class label for this row is cat. But negatively, non-events. The model wrongly predicted as a non-event, which is nothing but negatives. Hence, it is a false negative. You need to add these two values to get the value for the total number of false negative. This is how we need to do this. And next one is true negative. We know very well this is the false positive and this is the false negative and this is the true positive. The rest of the values are true negatives for cat class. Next, let us compute the false positive value for the fish. So in this case, the model assigned positive for these two classes. Actually, these two are, this is a cat, this is hen, but wrongly my model assigns positive for fish and positive for fish here. So hence there are two false positive values are there. So PFC plus PF, that is the one will give you the false positive value for the fish class. Next, false negative for fish class. So in this case, if you look at these two values, this is my true positive for the fish and these two are the false negative, because in this case a model negatively predicted as non-event. Actually this one supposed to be fish and this one supposed to be fish, but whereas the model wrongly predicted cat as non-cat, sorry, fish as non-fish, fish as non-fish. So hence you need to add these two values to get the false negative. And if you have 4 classes in your target variable, and if you want to predict and build a confusion matrix, it will have 4 cross 4 matrix. To summarize, in the confusion, as part of this today's session, we discussed about what is confusion matrix and what are the types of confusion matrix and how to interpret both binary and multi-class confusion matrix. In the subsequent video, we will understand how to calculate a variety of metrics such as accuracy, sensitivity, specificity, precision, recall, and also we will see when to use which metrics.